Hello there, welcome back to France. Last time we declared war on Brittany with the goal of Vassalization, and again I'm learning that I'm far too aggressive. That is basically my name of the game. But again, I'm allied with both Austria and Bohemia here, so I think that will be fine. And again here, if I can just weaken or destroy Burgundy right out here, that would also be good. So I'm thinking of allying myself with another state in the Empire, most likely. I'm a bit of show. I'm thinking of getting just rid of my. I'm just thinking of actually allying Scotland. Just getting the alliance up too, because I do have a relation with them. But again, once I vassalize Brittany, I'm definitely going to get rid of my protectorating or guaranteeing of. I'm going to revoke the guarantee because again, there's no need for it. Once I vassalize Brittany, it won't matter at all, quite literally. So it doesn't matter. Also, we had a lot of people declaring war on Savoy, so I don't really have any concerns on that code or on that side either, which is good. And again, as I said, I'm pretty sure that if I declare war on Burgundy, that again, Milan will not join. They are in debt. Austria will join. Bohemia will not join, but Austria should be enough. They will have the Pope, Flanders, Holland, Brabant, and I could probably just take Picardy and just break them up a little bit. That will probably actually work pretty good. Just force them to release Flanders, Brabant, and Holland to make sure that Austria can't get him. I think that could actually work wonders, to be perfectly frank. So we're going to be moving our forces up north because we are preparing here for a war against Burgundy, and hopefully we can shrek them. We'll see. We'll at least upgrade here the Pike Square, level 4. Military tanks for 0.25. Land morale increased by half a point. It will be very useful. I think I'll save these points for the time being, again, because I'm going to be very aggressive. So, no, we can take 1 point of admin here. Temples, level 4. I can now build a temple, which actually, as you can see here, gives 40% of the local tax. So it can definitely be useful. Just have to say, or have to see how useful it will actually be. Again, I'm currently leaving the sieging to Milan just to recover some manpower, mostly. And Utrecht has cancelled the right to military access that we generously gave them. But yeah, once Milan sieges Savoy, then it's basically game over in this war. So for now, I'll sit down and wait, and once we're ready for our war against Burgundy here, I will get back to you. There we go, we can now make peace with our enemy here. And funnily enough, we can also force the changing of some land here. I could take Savoy. No, I can't take Savoy. I can't actually take anything there. So for the time being, let's just take some money to prepare ourselves for our next war, which should be fine. And we will go for the Vassalization here, although we might get a 9-country coalition where basically England, Castile, Aragon, and Burgundy would be the big, scary people. But again, I could just mess up Aragon, Castile, and Portugal, I think, at least with the help of Austria. So what we're going to do is actually just make peace, like so. Then we're going to declare war here on good old Burgundy right away, and I'm actually going to crush this army first. That is going to be my goal. And since Austria will be joining us, we will be pretty safe, I think, in actually winning this war. I'll be taking goal here. We'll be taking the goal here will be take Picardy for myself. It's pretty high development, but that should be fine. And the second goal here will be to break the basically the vassalizations on Holland, Brabant, and Flanders to weaken Burgundy. Because again, these guys are pissed at me, understandably, but I can still probably handle them in some regard. So for now, we'll just prepare ourselves for a war where we will be aiming at beating Burgundy pretty pretty fine to the ground. Just hammer them down, and hopefully we can make that happen. So let's just march towards the fortress here, which is actually very good. Very well placed right now, I dare say. And I'll focus on just taking the southern part here first, then I'll move north. We'll probably also siege Avignon and potentially just steal it from the Pope, because again we can. It will make them map look neater, things like that. Just those small things. And again, they do have some forces, as you can see, they're just actually spreading into our country. So I might have to create a doom stack here. But all in all, with Austria and Hungary coming my way, I dare say that we should not have any problems in terms of winning the war. I'll keep one stack back in defense, and we'll move our troops here into into their lands. Or back to my lands to protect it, I dare say. I think I'll leave most of the sieging up to Austria, to be perfectly honest. So Vermandois is already fallen, which is actually a fortress, which is bad. So we will send both our forces here to deal with this stack here, the Burgundian one. And hopefully we can take back Vermandois and just protect our border while we leave most of the fighting up to Austria. They actually went total conquerors on the Pope, which is hilarious. Let's see how this battle goes. There we go, we lost 3,000, they lost 5,000. Should be fine. I'm pretty sure we are actually recovering manpower quicker than they are. So we should be fine in most cases here. Except of course when the Pope decides to do that. But that should be fine, it's just a very small army, we can deal with that. I should be able to deal with this too, hopefully. There we go, 5,000 men, lost like that. And again, I'm leaving a lot on this in the hands of the Austrians. I can probably get the Pope out of this already, to be perfectly honest. No, he's not willing. Not willing just yet. How about now? Nope. Still not willing. But yeah, I'm going to try and weaken Austria a bit by leaving the fight in their hands. I'm just going to protect my own lands, nothing more. And I'm just going to recover manpower and everything here. That is the plan. Let's just see how it works out. It should work, but it might not. Depends on how everything here is played out. Apparently these guys are going for Dauphine, so yeah, I need to make peace with... Is this part of the war? No, they're not. They're not part of the war at all. Vermandois is coming to the occupation of Burgundy. So yeah, I'll just play this little game of cat and mouse, and hopefully yeah, we'll have Austria come to our aid very, very quickly. I'll have to see how this plans out. I'll be back very, very soon. So we killed one of the Burgundian armies attacking us here over a river. Luckily for them, they did not get actually any negative points. We have a lot more morale here, as you can see. We have the exact same military tactics. So it's going to get very interesting to see just how much damage we can do when I add a couple extra regiments to it. And we actually did quite a bit of damage there. As you can see, I'm actually just being a little bit aggressive now in the north, basically, just taking out the enemy. Because again, if Austria really want to play the low game here with the Pope, that is perfectly fine by me. I just need them to come and help me later on. So I'll just siege the north and take control of that, and then they can do whatever they want, quite literally. So for the time being, we'll play it kind of careful, kind of aggressive, and I think I'm just going to have to take a few years of peace after this to just recover something. Apparently my general died. To recover my losses, if you will, and then we'll try and fight Aragon and everyone. So they're going after my Lyonnais fortress, which is not good, but I definitely need the Austrians to... No objective. Can I set this as Austria's objective? Yeah, I can, and then we'll set down one as Hungary. Let's see what happens now, if they'll move or not. We occupy Hainaut, which is good. We'll take Namur too. And again, I'm just taking the land that I can, and I'm a little bit unsure what I'll actually take from Burgundy. I'm very tempted to take Picardy, of course, but as you can see, I'll get some aggressive expansion from it, but that should be fine. And then I'll force them to release some nations here. Picardy, for instance. Urbino, nope. I think I'll just go for Brabant. Let's see, Holland, Nevis, and Flanders. That should work. That will break them up a little bit, interestingly enough. And it will cost me a lot of diplomatic power, as you can see here. So I have no idea if I really want to do that. But I think I kind of have to, because I am allied with Austria. But the Than Napoleon requires me to take Vienna. Basically, Wien, Austrian's capital here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that is going to work with the stronghold of the Roman Empire. So I definitely need to beat Castile, Aragon, England, Ireland, and Scotland. Just basically become the Western Empire and take... most likely go the colonial route, really. So we'll have to see if I can actually do that. But for now, I'll just focus on taking Picardy and breaking, Burgundy up a little bit here, and we'll see how that works. Again, I'm really hoping that Austria will soon be done with the whole Roman sorry, the Pope, so they can actually come and help me out here. Because so far they have not been doing what I expect them to do, and the Pope is a stubborn bastard who just won't give up. So yeah, for now we'll sit down and wait, and we'll see how things pay out. So my army got beaten by basically a united force of all my enemy, but that means that I haven't actually lost anything in that regard. Also, the Pope is actually, well, done for. So what I'm going to do is force you to give me war reparations, and I also want him to, well, give up his deal with Burgundy, Milan, and then I want some cash. There we go. That sounds to be a good one. Boom, Pope done. And with this, well, Austrians are going to come, and they're going to trash my enemy in a hilarious way, hopefully. But this means I also need to, of course, reorganize my armies, and this one can actually just be split in two, so I have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's just split that one in two. Let's have you two join up in Poitou, and again, of course, this means that I need them to recover, which is going to take a little while, sadly. But again, Austria will deal with most of my problems here, and then we could just make the deal as we see fit. We might have to take marketplace before that, though, so we'll just have to sit back here and see how the war rages, and then we'll try and take out Aragon here. Of course, if they're allied with Austria, it might become a little bit difficult, but we'll wait and see. For now, I'll relax, and we'll see how things pan out, if they work in our favor or not. So far, Austria is doing a very good job of sacrificing troops, because they haven't actually done a decisive victory here, and the Bohemian forces are actually winning, interestingly enough, because of the fact that, well, Austria does not join up their forces. They have 22 stacks running around basically confused, if you will. Again, I'm just going to sit back here, because it's a very nice way of reinforcing manpower, while weakening both my enemies. Again, I have Austria as an ally, but again, I do see them as my enemy, hilarious enough. I might weaken them a little bit too much in terms of getting attacked by collision, but I'm hoping that is not the case. But again, I'm just going to leave it in the capable hands of the Austrians. And I think here that I'm actually going to go ahead and vassalize, or force them to give me Rethel or Neves here, because I can just use them to eat some of the land here, which should be possible. Aragon gets claims to Toulouse. I could also humiliate Burgundy, should I decide to do that. But I think I will not. I think I'll be fine. Milan has died, or the statesman of Milan have died, meaning that we no longer have our thing going. And with that, I think I'll just do this, probably, or just force Flanders to give up. And again, then I'll try and vassalize Neves. So we're going to send this crew here to just siege the Neves fortress. And we'll see how, again, as you can see, they have more than enough stacks to win this war for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and allow them to do just that. I think I'm finally starting to understand the fortress mechanic, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to lose legitimacy. I already have one of them that's still a point, so yeah, I think we'll do that. They'll be a little bit pissed, not much admittedly, so it should be fine. But basically it seems like if you have a fortress, and they don't keep a force on the basic cogs on Khan, the province to border said fortress, if your enemy don't actually keep a army on that point, you can snatch, or basically the fortress will snatch back the province as you're playing. That seems to be the case, or at least how it's working as far as I can see. So that's interesting. Coalition is growing, so I'm going to do this. It's not the best idea I've ever had, but I'm going to test it, because I want to see how it works handing over, well, vassal provinces to, or provinces to a vassal. And that's basically what I'm curious about here. So that's why I want to vassalize them. And then we're going to set our, well, Aragon, Castile, we're going to set our sides that way. But of course, since I've basically abused Austria, even though they still have low war exhaustion, I think we're going to have to wait here after this war for, well, for it to be fixed. And of course, that will mean that there will most likely be a coalition war. Get me wrong, that's almost a guarantee. And as such, I should probably not have done this attack. I should probably just have gone back again, relaxed, not done much, read a nice book, something along those lines. But basically, we're going to invest in new technology. We're going to take a point of admin tech here, which brings us to 5 national ideas. Another group of ideas, production efficiency increased by 10%. The idea group we're going to take here is actually the influence one, because it's what I usually do. As far as I can see it, the groups themselves haven't actually changed too much. Of course, they've changed nationalism to separatism, and other than that, the groups themselves, as I said, they haven't changed too much. They're basically still the same. So, admin ideas is probably what I should take due to the core creation cost, but I think we're going to have more with influence ideas with minus 25% to diplomatic annexation costs. I'll get more money from vassals, and aggressive expansion, of course, reputation, more vassals, and basically this one is what I need right now. So we're going to just go ahead here, take the first idea, income from vassals +1, and we're going to keep the rest of the points because we do need them. So for now, we'll sit back here and wait. And as I said, the deal that I will be making here with Burgundy will most likely be this one. I'll get Nevis as a subject, I'll take Picardy, and I'll force them to release Flanders as its, well, own nation, if you will. Burgundy getting to claim Mantua, not a problem per se. But yeah, I'm going to wait. As you can see, they left. The fortress is still in Burgundy's hand. And Barrois is actually also a fortress that is clear. So it seems like if you want to keep a province that doesn't actually have a fortress, you are going to have to conquer the fortress. As you can see here, there's a fortress in Namur here that isn't connected to, well, anything that I've conquered so far. Rethel is a fortress of its own, and I'm pretty sure that if they take Rethel now, Cambrai will be released. So it's going to be interesting to see how this actually works out. But again, for now, I'll sit back and we'll see how this pans out. Interestingly enough, England did declare war on Scotland as soon as I broke my my treaty with them, and England got his ass handed to it. Hilariously enough, which makes me want to kind of go to England. Really makes me want to go to England. I actually also have a casus belli, interestingly enough, which means I could potentially beat them. Let's do a quick check in the ledger. Not in terms of armies. Where's the back button? Oh, there we go, navies. Total. Venice, England has 23 ships still, but I think I can probably sneak an army into England. I dare say I should be able to. I probably can. So we'll have to deal with that next time. But for now, we'll sit back and relax. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we'll have to continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.